Dímelo, mi amor. Yes, what's up? Good afternoon, everyone. What's going on? Welcome to Exitos Hours, the Reset Edition, season number 2 with your boy, Alex Tunes, straight down from Raffle Network, Georgetown, Guyana. And today we continue our podcast. We continue with our interviews and music and mixing and, having a party. Every time we are at Exitos Hours, it's all about party and party. But today, I have a special guest. Everyone knows, about to know who I'm talking about, but he's very, very popular for his music, for his way of being. Guys, let me introduce to you, live on Raffle Network, Anthony from Wave.
Yo, what's up?
Welcome, bro.
I appreciate the warm welcome.
Welcome to Exitos Hours, bro. Pleasure always having
Pleasure
people.
Pleasure to be here.
Having people like you, so talented, bro. What's up? How you feel today?
Feeling great. I'm feeling very grateful to be here.
Yeah?
Yep.
So we've been looking at social media, at your stuff, at your music, at your mixing. You have a lot of things happening, but we're going to talk about you a bit, and then we're going to get into what is coming, your project, you know?
Yep.
So it's more than a pleasure here from us, Raffle Network, to to promote, not only to promote, to support the talent, because, hey, bro, after looking at your background, looking at your videos, your music, bro, it's another level.
Appreciate it, man.
And yeah, bro, let's just feel comfortable.
Yep.
Feel at home.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you nervous?
Nah, not at all.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what we're talking about. Good, guys. So yes, we have here Anthony with us, a music producer, music engineer, right?
Songwriter. Yep.
Song engineer, DJ. What else, bro?
Party thrower, I guess. Owner of Wave.
Promoter of parties also.
Absolutely.
You name it.
Yeah.
All right. So today we're gonna get to know about him, about what's coming very soon, and we're gonna mention that in a few. But hey, Anthony, bro, let's get into some questions here.
Yeah.
All right. Career.
Yeah.
How this came about, bro? How this was born?
People ask me that question all the time, and I never really know how to answer because I think, I don't know. I really just started producing on a demo version of FL, which is the program that I still use today. And the first couple beats I made were just so bad. And I'm not gonna lie and, act like some other persons where, they had this musical background. My parents are not in music. I don't have friends that are in music back then. But yeah, they were so bad, and I feel like I couldn't handle the failure of just being bad at beats. So I just kept doing it, and I downloaded it on my school computer just for fun. I was in the middle of studying. I was like, I need something to do. Yeah. So I saw it on TikTok or YouTube. I don't think TikTok was around at that time because I started way long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw it somewhere, and I was like, yeah, this looks dope. This is when I was kind of getting into music. So I was like, why not? And yeah, they were just so bad. And I was just like I gotta get better at this. Yeah. And then once I started and kept going, I was just hooked. I couldn't stop.
That's inspiring. You told me you haven't go to any, a lot of musicians and music producer attend a lot of colleges, music colleges. You haven't attended?
No, I have no classical training.
Self to learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you were born for this, bro. Because a lot of people wants to be certified. Yeah. Even though they go and be certified, still they don't have it. Yeah. But you it's something that you developed on your own. How was that process, bro? Did you feel, for example, on your first beat that you created, did you feel, hey, okay, this song's good to me. Let me see if someone else like it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone lied to me. They did tell me it was bad. My friends are liars. I don't like keeping yes men around me. I think all my friends are honest people. And I think that's what really kept me going and keeps me going to this day. I think producing was one of the first times I've really ever experienced true creation when I kind of sat there and I made something from nothing. When you open that program, it's just a blank slate. Whatever comes out, that's all you. So for me, knowing that I created that really gave me a good sense of pride. And the fact that I failed the first couple times, I knew that the only thing that was stopping me from making a good beat versus a bad beat was me. And, you know, I just pushed myself to kind of get to that stage of like knowing how to do this thing, do this craft. Yeah.
That's what's up. The name Wave.
Yeah.
how that came around, what does it mean?
So Wave, I think the reason it's such a good name and the reason I think I chose it is because it's so all encompassing. There's no real one meaning for it, but Wave is kind of something that me and my friends say, and I think a lot of people in our age range say it, where it's like when you try to set yourself apart, you're just on a different wave. And I think one of the main pillars of Wave being Wave is that we want to be different. We want to be on a completely different wave than everyone else. And I think that's the main word that people kind of use to describe that. Wave also sound wave, obviously.
Correct.
And Wave also being Caribbean. It's just very Caribbean leaning. There's so many reasons I chose the name Wave, but mainly because we're on a different wave.
Big up yourself, bro.
Yeah.
So, matter of fact, you're trying to be unique from the rest.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's brilliant. The first software you use,
Yeah.
what was the name of it, and how did you bought it, download it for free?
Okay. So the first software I used was FL Studio, which is crazy because I think a lot of people start with like mobile stuff like GarageBand, but I just went straight into FL Studio on my PC. That was a demo, and then I went into I cracked it, to be honest with you. I did something completely illegal and I just pirated the program. And until I had to buy it, which was probably 2 years ago, is when I actually bought the program for the first time. But yeah, for the most of the part, I was just using a pirated program, just FL Studio.
Bro, you got good history though, bro. We gotta talk a bit about it.
Yeah.
Like, as the time goes by.
Uh-huh.
You have gained a lot of recognition. Guys, I knew this way back. That's when I think one of the media sources around 3 years back, if to be exact, or probably 4, when I saw this interview with him. I was not even thinking of working with the media, but it caught my attention. You were recognized a lot, bro, for your streams on Spotify, on different platforms.
Yeah.
How that came about, bro? Like, Guyanese, and you look so simple also, bro.
Yeah.
There are a lot of music producers. I'm not naming no one here, right? But I'm just saying there are a lot of music producers, like, to talk to them, you have to like send an email.
Yeah.
Or probably,
Yeah.
whatsoever appointment. But hey, you were so cool to accept the invitation. But first, how this streaming, like, hey, a lot of streaming?
Yeah. I think for me, I would say as of right now, I have over 400 million plus streams. So 400 million plus streams on all platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music and stuff like that. And I can't even say exactly how it came about. I think it was just a crazy 2-3 year run that I just went on making hits after hits after hits. Like if you check my Spotify and anything that my name is on, for a while, nothing was under 1 million. Nothing was under 1 million streams. And these are not Caribbean songs. These are like American-based songs that I was producing at the time. But yeah, I think I tapped into a market that was very niche, but also very loved by many fans. And I think that's why it really blew up. But I think my streams jumped from 100,000 all the way to like 10 million within like probably a month span. Yeah.
Damn, bro. Yeah. So did you receive support from other people? Or it's just like, what, I'm going to put this, let's see how it goes. Yeah. Or I'm going to keep putting, probably in the first try, you didn't get that amount of streaming.
Yeah.
But you know what, I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to keep.
Yeah.
Did you get support from other platforms, other people?
Well, I think the support really came, to be honest, I mean, this is the sad truth, I guess, of the industry, any entertainment industry, is once the numbers come, that's when the support comes. Wow. But when I was smaller, there were definitely people who were real that kind of stuck by my side. But the support really came once the numbers came, for sure. Oh. But even once the numbers came, not many people in Guyana knew me. Yeah. And I think what really jump-started people to know me in Guyana was Wave. Like, because it's Guyanese based, you know what I mean? Okay. But yeah, for a good couple of years, I think one of the only people that really, I guess, knew me in the entertainment space over here was C Kush, which is a huge shout out to C Kush. That's my guy. Yourself, he's known me and really respected my talent for years, ever since I kind of started. So.
Can you link me up with him so I can?
Yeah, that's like when people say like they're friends. They're like text ever so often, like, nah, C Kush is like my bro. Like that's my brother.
Okay, bro. I heard he's very talented also.
Yeah, he's also a very humble guy. Kind of just the way that I carry myself. I mean, I'm no better than anyone else. Like,
bro, and maintain yourself like that, bro. Maintain yourself always. For sure. Now, what challenges have you faced as a Guyanese producer trying to break into the global music scene?
I think if I viewed myself as a Guyanese producer trying to break in to the US scene, is when I would find issues. But I was never a Guyanese producer. I was just a producer who happened to be Guyanese.
Oh.
So all my friends at that point that I was making music for were American persons.
Okay.
I was making American leaning music, which is, you know, a lot of rap, a lot of pop music. And I think Guyana keeps a lot of its talent in a bubble, and you can't really escape that until you kind of learn to think outside the box. So I never really experienced much issues other than the usual, you know, differential issues between countries, taxes and stuff like that, but nothing on a creative level. Like I always just never included myself in that Guyanese musician bubble. I'm a musician before anything, so.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
That's word. Have you ever get criticized by fellow friends or other people? Okay, yeah, he's a music producer, he doesn't produce well, or have better people than him. How do you accept that concept that, you know, you will always find people will say, he's just another wanna play producer?
Yeah.
Do you look at it as a, you know what, that's a motivation to me? Or do you take it personal and say, you know what, oh, for real, they're talking about me?
Yeah, I was actually just telling my girlfriend about this the other day. I mean, just as a human being, any sort of criticism, I mean, they criticize music, my appearance, anything that they can find, they will criticize. But I wouldn't say I take it on as far as I don't look at it as motivation, nor do I let it tear me down. It's really just people talking, and that's fine. People talk. That's, you know, me putting myself in the spotlight and me having people even talk about me, and, you know, me being in a position for them to speak about me is a blessing enough. You know, because they're the ones talking and I'm the one that they're talking about. So, I mean, once they're talking, it's fine. I'm happy that, you know, I'm happy that they're talking.
That your name is calling, you know?
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
in a negative or positive way,
I mean,
you're famous.
my name is calling, you know what I mean?
That's brilliant, bro. I love that thinking.
For sure. But if there's constructive criticism out there, which I've gotten from Wave, because, you know, it's something new to me, and even from beats and stuff like that, especially if you're a person that I respect and you come to me in a respectful way, I'll always take it on and I'll always grow from that, because the only way you can really grow is if you listen.
That's true.
So, but, you know, if it's like, you know, empty nonsense, so it's whatever. At least they're talking.
You know, I there's a saying in my country, you know, always maintain the positive side, and the bad, you just let it go. Let the breeze carry it.
For sure.
You know.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. How old are you right now?
21. 21 as of January.
Okay, so tell me about at 21 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've been producing music since you were 16, you told me.
Yeah,
right?
around 15 or 16.
Okay. It's been years now, but you're still young, bro.
Yeah.
And you still have a long way to go.
Yep.
Now, there is always a creativity process on creating beats, producing.
Mm-hmm.
What is your secret, and what makes it so fun to you and so simple?
As far as my creative process, I wouldn't say that there's any secret, but I wouldn't recommend anyone following anyone else's footsteps. And that's why I don't do that for myself either. I don't try to replicate, or I'm definitely inspired, but I don't ever try to find myself in someone's shadow. And this is one of my friends from Virginia, actually, his name is Twan, told me this, and it always resonated with me. How far are you gonna make it in someone's shadow? You can only be behind them. And for me, I'm trying to obviously be at the top. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be the person that people follow. So I think the biggest ideology in my whole creative process is just being different, not being like everyone else, just doing my own thing. And I think, you know, being unique is one of the biggest factors in the creative process.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You have a lot of vision, bro. I see that you have a lot of vision when we were talking. I like that. I like that, bro. Maintain that always. But your impact and vision, what role do you think Guyana music plays, right? Mm-hmm. In the Caribbean and global scene at the moment?
Not much. Not much, to be honest.
It's okay. Just be real.
I'm gonna be real. Yeah. I think Guyana, as I said, I think we're just in this bubble, and because of ego, no one ever really breaks out of it. Because I think once you cop off at maybe being able to play a show at the stadium or be on the radio or be on TV here and there, and you got a gold chain or two, everyone is just like, I've made it.
Yeah,
There's
bro.
nothing more to experience. And I really think that once you get out of that mindset is when you'll really find where you can be. Because, I mean, you need to understand that there's success,
Yeah, man.
especially in the creative world, further than just Guyana.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
That's brilliant, bro.
Yeah.
I think that imagine if you didn't study music or production. Imagine if you did study, bro.
Yeah.
You already have a lot of deep knowledge, and I think that, you know, for all those who are listening, all those singers and producers, hey, take this as an example, bro. I mean, one of the most humblest guys I ever met, bro. And maintain it that way.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
don't let, like, you know, I know sky's the limit, but maintain
Yeah.
yourself always like the airplane, more
For
high
sure.
or small.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure.
That's what's up, bro. How do you see your work contributing to the growth of Guyanese music culture?
Well, I was telling you off camera, as of recently, I've definitely been trying to tap into the Caribbean culture a little bit more, especially with Wave, especially with my work being a lot more based over here and not being able to travel that much because I'm, you know, planning these intricate events. I definitely want to set my footprint over here, but I will absolutely not work with anyone who has an ego. That's a big thing for me. Like, if you have an ego, and it almost feels as if I need to beg you to work with me.
Correct.
Not gonna work with that. But as I said, I don't really look at Guyanese music versus US music. It's all just music to me.
Yeah,
it's just
yes.
you know the
Music is a language by itself.
Exactly. So I don't really look at it as like that, but I'll definitely be working over here a lot more as well. What I will say
Yeah.
for sure. So a lot of great things come in on the Caribbean landscape of things too. Yeah.
That's what's up. Do you see yourself, like, from now to 5 or 10 years, having your own label, signing artists?
I think my work is taking me in the direction of, I always said this, I don't think I'm gonna be making trap music or dancehall when I'm 50, but I'll probably be like, you know, I'll probably be somewhere like making a soundtrack for a movie or something like that. Because as I said, the entertainment industry is so expansive. I'll probably be making like soundtracks for a movie or something like that. But as far as record labels go, really and truly, record labels take advantage of artists.
Correct. That's true.
Nah, you know what I mean? I'm not into the business of that. I mean, I like money, but I'm not really, you know, I'm not really trying to take advantage of the people. But I think I will live and die creatively, and I don't think that's ever gonna change. I don't think that's ever gonna change.
Let's go back a bit to Wave. Right?
Yeah.
Wave is actually a foundation of charity.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me about that, bro.
Philanthropy is always something I wanted to get into very young, and I think the landscape of just the concept and the I guess the socioeconomic views of Guyana are so strong over here that I think when young people get money, their first thing to do is flex, show it off, and you know, I don't really like that. I think there's so many things that we can do to uplift our community over here, and especially me as a young person who's so blessed to be in a good position. I think one of the first things I wanted to do when I had that success was share it. And so shout out to Food for the Poor Guyana for taking us on. Another thing that I realized in the Guyanese landscape of charity is that, especially because I'm so young, and because we throw parties, they don't take us on. They're like, regardless, you know, although the money could have went towards helping so many people, they turned us down. But the only person that really took us on, because we've been trying to do this since December, it only happened in February. So for all those months, it's been such a struggle to actually, weirdly enough, find someone to give your money to. It was weird, but Food for the Poor Guyana helped us out a lot. We're now one of their official partners, official contributors. And within a week or two of giving them our initial contribution, which is half of what we expect to spend for the year on charity, which is $1 million, we gave them 500. They set everything up. All we had to do was show up on the day and, you know, see all the smiles on the happy faces. But yeah, it's great, and I think I want to encourage anyone who's in a blessed position like me, old or young, to get into that, to get into philanthropy. It's a level of fulfillment you will never experience if you don't get into it, for sure.
Bro, that's brilliant, bro. And keep doing it, bro.
I appreciate it.
And keep motivating others, like, you know, that are watching you.
Yeah.
And what can I say, bro? I'm very inspired right now. I mean, I always learn something. My grandfather used to say that even the younger ones can teach you.
Yeah.
And I'm a person like that. I love to be, even though I wouldn't say my age though. But you're way younger than me, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to learn I mean, musically, about life, about your I mean, it's a bit of inspiration
I appreciate
to
it.
me here and to
Yeah.
everyone who's listening, bro. And
Yeah.
have mad respect for you, bro. Not only for your
appreciate
music, but all this information, all
I
this knowledge
appreciate
that you carry, bro.
Yeah.
It's brilliant, you know.
Yeah.
And yes, guys, let me just take the opportunity. We're interviewing Anthony, one of the biggest music producers. I will say, I know. This guy's another level, so you can go and check him out on Instagram, right?
Yeah,
How we can
Instagram.
check you out?
So Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, all the big platforms. AVGOTDRIP.
So more you stream his music, more money he gets to support the
sure.
charity, and
Yeah.
that's a good thing you're doing, bro.
sure.
That's
Yeah.
God's gonna bless you, and I see you like a millionaire from here to 10 years, bro.
I appreciate
If you
it.
keep, there's a question I always ask my invitees, but before we get into that, let's talk about a bit about your event that is coming up.
For sure. Very
Soca,
exciting event.
salsa, soca, que lo
Yeah,
que. Talk to me
exactly.
about it, bro. How this
So-
came about?
I was talking to you a bit about it off camera, but me and my friends always frequent this bar called Gorilla on Charlotte Street. My guy that owns it, Diego, super cool guy, always made it feel like home for me. And then when I kind of introduced my friends to it, it's always very like low key, but he always made them feel super at home too. And Chilean guy, his menu and everything is very Spanish focused, Latin focused. And I think also people forget that Guyana is in South America. So just as much as we are,
We still
Caribbean,
consider-
we still are South American and have that Latin flavor
Latin
to us.
flavors.
So our first party was soca and salsa. It was just a launch. It was something small that I wanted to do to kind of test the waters about it. But Diego graciously hit the bar for the day to do it for free. And I think that kindness inspired me, especially in business. It's not something you see very often. And that support really kind of showed through to me. And soca and salsa is really about celebrating that fusion of Caribbean and Latin culture. For sure, it's about bringing those two together. So I think when people hear soca and salsa, they're gonna play soca and salsa music.
Correct.
Simple as that. But it's a lot more than that. Soca and salsa it's a wider metaphorical description for the fusion of those two cultures together. So we're gonna be playing soca, salsa, reggaeton, dancehall, merengue, and anything bachata, anything
man.
under those Caribbean and
what's up,
Latin,
that's what's up.
flares. You'll get that. Plus, we're trying our best to support both Latin and Caribbean businesses. So we're gonna have Latin food there. We're gonna have Latin drink. Diego himself is actually coming to the event to mix custom cocktails for the night. So we're really putting that emphasis on the fusion of those two cultures. It's not just we're throwing a party and we're gonna play soca and salsa music. It's a lot more than that.
When is this event, bro?
So this
Take the
event,
opportunity.
April 4th at the Black Magenta on Camp Street, one of our favorite venues. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be crazy, and we're gonna be having just such a good time, such a good celebration. You do not want to miss it.
All right, bro. You guys heard that, right? You wanna see the vibes of Caribbean and Latin at the same time? This event is what's up. And I'm gonna promise you in front of the cameras here, bro. In my shows
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to promote as much I
appreciate
can,
it.
bro. I always got the back of I really support the people that have a positive and more than that mentality that doesn't stay on a level that they want to be rising.
Yep.
And yeah, bro, and here you have my support always.
Appreciate it.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Before we end this, there is one question I always ask every special guest. How will Anthony would like to be remembered?
Me, the guy I just want to be remembered as like, yo, like this guy, he's just, I don't know. I really want to be remembered greatly. I wouldn't say for anything specific, but I've heard people speak about me in my absence in a high manner. And I want them to continue doing that far after I pass. My dad was the same way. I always hear from other persons, people speak of my dad in that way. And it's kind of always something that has been super close to my heart, that I want people to, if not the music, if not wave, if not anything specific or material, I just want them to say, I guess, I had a good heart. Like, this dude, he was creative. He had the people's interests at mind,
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna leave a brand in this for generations to come.
I
Anything you want to say to anyone?
Shout out my team, shout out to everyone that supports me. We really wouldn't have been able to do this without you. Shout out to Wave, shout out to all the people that follow us, our community, everyone on the Wave, and shout out to pretty much everyone that helped me get to this position, this very blessed position, whether it's AVGOTDRIP, whether it's Wave, but any success that I've gotten, it's gonna be at the credit of others and also myself. But obviously, there's many people that helped me get here, and I wouldn't be here without y'all.
So humble of you, bro. Hey, thank you for showing up to Exitos Hours, bro.
Thanks,
we
man.
create history every time when you guys come here, so you're part of it. This history, bro.
I appreciate
hope this
it.
is not the first or the last, but this is your home, as I said.
It won't be. I'll be back here tomorrow.
Yeah, bro, definitely. Right. Thank you for coming, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
I wish you all the best in all what you want to do, and hey, make it happen, make it work every time. All right. Thank you for coming, bro. Appreciate that. Yes, guys, that was the interview with Anthony from Wave. This interview, I mean, was epic. I would say I learned a lot today, and also was inspired by a music producer, a sound engineer, a DJ, a promoter, and the list goes on, you know. Anyway, guys, thank you for showing up. This was Exitos Hours, the Reset Edition with your boy Alex Tunes. See you in another segment. Boom.